Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, YUFC. This is your boy Yasir Saeed. We'll be doing a Manchester United Burnley preview for the match that's on Tuesday. A lot of matches going on, but I'll be focusing on Manchester United versus Burnley. So, guys, with like always, like, share, subscribe to my channel. Any um comments you have, comment down below. Um, so yeah, people, let's just get right into it. So today, Ralph Ragnick had he had his press conference today, where he talked about and that's there's a lot of different questions was asked about Ralph Ragnick. He answered a lot of different questions. So yeah, let's just go through it real quickly. Um, so Here's I one of the people I follow on Twitter. Give them a follow. It's called the United Devils. So they did a really good job at like breaking down. Um, so give me 1 second. Sorry, technical break here. So give me 1 second. Alrighty, guys. So let's just go through some of the things that Ragnick said, comments that he made in the press conference today. Big news is Fred left Carrington 20 minutes after arriving on Monday morning. This is reported by Simon Luchters. It is then been confirmed by Man United that both Tellis and Fred both got tested for COVID, so they won't be part of the squad. So so no Tellis, no Fred. So that means Luke Shaw will definitely play, and most likely it's going to be from what I predict is it's probably going to be an unchanged squad. I don't see the point, to be honest. So um so yeah, let me just quickly find um Ralph Ragnick quotes from his press conference. So Ralph Ragnick did confirm that both Cavani and Lingard will be part of the squad tomorrow, which is a plus, guys, because that the game Manchester United played against Borough, they didn't have that great of a bench, to be honest. We didn't have we brought in what Juan Mata, Anthony Enenga, and Phil Jones were the three players that came on, and Fred also came on, so four players that came on, and yeah, so it's nice to have both Cavani and Lingard back in the matchday squad. Most likely, I believe they won't start both of them, so they'll probably be on the bench. So, so Ralph Rangnick, just going through some of the quotes. Ralph Rangnick said, he, so he. This is a quote. He was talking about the defense. So he said, as well as development defense, we also invested some time in the offense and principles. Um, so yeah, I watched the press conference. I also watched it in Burger as well. One thing I like about Ref Ranick is he talks a good talk, and slowly but surely he also started to walk. So so yeah, he's very direct, to be honest, and he was very honest when he's assessing it. Um, then he continues and says, "I think we showed that against West Ham, and more so in a game against Middlesbrough, where created multiple chances." Ragnar was asked about Jesse Lingard and his relationship. I believe I don't quite remember exactly but it was along the line of the quotes that's coming out with the Lingard and the situation with the Lingard. And he said, "I have a very good relationship with him. He knows I will be willing to let him go at least until the issue with Mason Greenwood came up." Um, then he gets to continue to say he mentioned some personal issues. We have to look forward. There are no problems between myself and Jesse and vice versa. Uh, so and then also he also mentioned and he was saying like because they asked him, one of the journalists asked him directly about like his Twitter post when he came out on social media, and Lingard pretty much defended and said that pretty much he didn't ask for time off and he doesn't need to clear his head and etc etc. And Raf Ragnar said I'm not even on social media, so like I don't have the time, and then he said it's not even, he talked about like even like back in his day, he remembers the first cell phone. He's not even on social media. So, but Ralph Ragnick and Lingard talked about it, and he said that should be over and done with. Um, then continues to say so we have to look forward now. There's no problem whatsoever between myself and just Lingard, vice versa. I'm very happy with him in the squad, and he be in the squad tomorrow night. And then he made some comments about the game. He said, "I can't remember a game in the last couple years where our team created lots of chances, 30 shots on goal versus Borough in the end. It didn't lead to a result we wanted to get, but we dominated the game in most parts and we did create chances." I, I like the honesty. Let's be honest. You talk to everyone, rival fans, Man United fans, pundits, and everything. Man United had the chances to win this game, but the reality, and this is something that Rangnick I liked about, is like is easier for. I mean, it will be a lot easier for him if we would have just said simply, "Oh, we played well, and it was one of those days." But he's being honest. He's saying like, "Listen, yes, in terms of our performance, it was good, but at the same time." um, we didn't get the result that we wanted, and that is ultimately the end all and be all. Um, so he was asked. So it looks like he was asked if an overhaul was needed, and I like the answer from Rough Ragnick because the way Rough Ragnick was answering certain questions like this was more like, what, I am here to focus on my main objective is to make sure this team is playing well. And at the end of and at the end of the day, there's a season that we have to focus on. And after the season ends, everything should be left to the off season. So whether it be an overhaul, whether it be players going and contract, etc. At the end of the day, this is the squad I have, and this is the squad I need to work on. So pretty much said along the lines, he said the same thing I just said right now. Say, I don't know. I don't think so. Overall, the development of the team of performance over the last couple of weeks have improved. Um, he said, I'm still absolutely. So he also mentioned like everyone else. He said that was a handball. Um, said we wasted chances. At least 10 shots were very good chances. Ragnick on Varane. He says that he has no issues with injury. He played very well with Harry Maguire against Middlesbrough. Uh, I believe still some of the question was along the line of like Varane has been injured and is like, is that an issue and stuff like that. And he said he has no issues with injuries. He played very well with Harry Maguire against Middlesbrough. Ragnar says he thinks Varane has arrived in the meantime. He seemed to be very physically fit, has no issues with injuries. I thought till he was substituted, he did extremely well, which is true. With Maguire against a championship team, but an ambitious championship team. Ragnick, we were not only the ones who had problem against lower division teams. I think he mentioned something about like he talked about specifically Chelsea and others. He said that, which is true. Chelsea struggled. They did struggle. And Leicester got beaten by Nottingham Forest, which I mean a good Nottingham Forest. And to be honest, like what was it, 4-1? I mean, what a result. Ragnar and Varane as continues. I'm very happy to have him for tomorrow's game versus Burnley, because this is huge. Because Rafael Varane did come off going into extra time, so um, it looks like it was just a precaution. Hopefully, we can have him in the same form for the upcoming games. Ragnar confirms that Varane will be fit for tomorrow, which is a big news. Because he did come off during going into extra time. Looks Rough Riding continues on Rafael Varane. I'm very happy to have him fit for tomorrow. Hopefully, we can have him in the same form for the upcoming games. Um, so I like this quote. I like this quote a lot. Rough Riding really talked about in depth about about the Middlesbrough. He said there are 2 points of criticism. We wasted clear cut chances, 22 shots in the box. And the other one, he said we had 10 seconds before we conceded. It was perfect counter pressing situation. Took away time, but not the ball. 8 seconds later, we were outnumbered in our box. So Ragnar really talked to, like, there was a there was a question I didn't like. One of the journalists asked him, you talked about the offense being a problem as well as the defense, and he said something along the lines of, if both of them are a problem, isn't that a major big deal? Because if you're offensive, you having problems. If defensive, you have a problem. How can you pretty much win any games? And Ralph Ragnar was um he mentioned it. He said we wasted so many clear cut chances, and then he talked about, like, in terms of defense. Ralph Ragnick didn't say his defense was absolutely horrible. He talked about the defense that led to the goal. So it's the defense that led to the goal, what actually happened, and he explains here is as he said that we had the other 10 seconds before we conceded, it was a perfect counter pressing situation. We took away time, but not the ball. Plus, 8 seconds later, out of so because Man United, he was explained it because Man United didn't get the ball back. 8 seconds later, it put us in a situation where we got outnumbered in the box, and they ended up scoring. Yep, just confirm. Ralph Ragnick said confirmed Fred has tested positive for COVID-19, and uh, that's why he only spent 20 minutes at. Oh yeah, so which is a good thing. Also, Alex Telles will also miss the game after testing positive for COVID. Therefore, right away we already know that Shaw is going to start. Um, let's see. So I mean, one of the breaking news today in terms of Man United is Flamingo pretty much has agreed with Man United that they will take on Andres Pereira. It looks like so the verbal agreement for the Brazilian side to buy 75% of Andres Pereira. There's a deal worth a total of 14 million. Flamingo paying a good part of it, and the rest depending on performance bonuses. So yeah, I mean, it looks like Andres Pereira is gone for good. Um, so yeah, signing for Flamingo, which is a good thing for all parties involved. Um, yep. So yeah, one of the big news that happened today was news came out that apparently Zinedine Zidane. This is news reported from, looks like, Marca, uh, and Marca, via Marca. That's football via Marca. That Zinedine Zidane would want PSG to sign Cristiano Ronaldo from Man United in the summer if he takes over as manager. I mean, I don't know, maybe just paper talk, but we shall see. Training pictures. And so, one thing I just don't like about the press conference for Ralph Ragnick is there's always two parts. There's like a there's a part one, and there's also a part two, and you know, uh, yeah. So I didn't see this. Apparently, Manchester United has offered Ronald Araujo a contract worth 10 million net per year to join the club. He will not ask Barcelona for that amount to renew. Araujo to leave Barcelona? Yep. Another big news for Man United. Danny Van de Beek and Martial has been removed from Manchester United's Champions League squad and being replaced by Lee Grant and Phil Jones. Yay. That should James Garner prop. So yeah, guys, I'm just trying to quickly find for you guys um update on Chong. Yeah, it looks like Chong is still injured. Yep. All right, so part two. This is okay. So this is via Simon Stones. So this is a question answered by Rafnak of Simon Stone. He said, "Right now we are fourth in the league, and everybody inside the club, including myself, will be happy if we finish fourth at the end of the season." This, oh my God, when this quote came out, people were absolutely going crazy, and people talk about the ambition of the club is on the floor, blah blah blah. But then in the day, guys, it is what it is. We're in the situation that we're in. Our season didn't pan out the way we expected in the beginning of the season, so we're just pretty much salvaging the season. So at the end of the day, I mean, this is what we're aiming for, and this is what is realistic. Simon Stone a question answer to Simon Stone said, "I'm absolutely convinced we're playing at a higher level than we used to play a couple weeks ago, both in possession if the other team is in possession and also out of the possession. Uh, so pretty much it has improved, and we're playing at a higher level." Rednick, he said, "This is it. This question they were asked about is interesting because I feel like Ryan like redirected this question. Initially, I some question somewhere along the line of there's been like apparently there's people that have been running onto the pitch and stuff like that, and then you ask is that safe for the game, and then Ragnar ended up talking about Alenga and and he called the people rightly so the online that's an abuse them racially abuse them for that missed penalty kick idiots. And so he answers and says Alanga got all the support from his teammates. There were several players including Bruno hugging him and going to him, including myself. This is normal, this is football. And he talked about he has pretty much said there's been hundreds of players, big players that have missed crucial penalties. And he's right, guys. Like people miss penalties all the time. I mean, don't want to name names now, but yeah. Um, so Ragnick said, overall, I think the team has developed, taken the next step, and this could have been seen. I guess Mitchell, but it couldn't. It doesn't help in the end. We didn't proceed, and we had to accept that. Look forward. Yep. So yeah. So he pretty much said that yeah, we played well against Middlesbrough, but then again, yeah, at the end of the day, we didn't. So Ralph Ragnar on Alenga, continuing on Alenga. In the last 4 weeks, he's experienced both sides of this beautiful game. He did extremely well in the past week and scored a vital goal at Brentford. Now Nick also experienced negativity and how cool football at times can be. Um, Ragnick. Oh, yep. So Ragnick clarified on the Cavani issue. There's a lot of a lot of the fan base were kind of annoyed that Cavani was not coming back, even though Fred came back and Fred still played like like a big part of the game. It was like that's what he came on 70th minute plus extra time plus he took a penalty. And then Cavani, said so. But so basically, he clarified. He said Cavani asked me 2 days after the West Ham game, so a while ago, if you could stay for 1 or 2 days longer in Uruguay. At that time, we didn't know anything about Greenwood. This came up a week later. That's why we allowed him to spend 2 days longer in Uruguay. So it is what it is. Cavani asked, well in advance if he could, and yeah, and rightly so. The club granted his Man said, of course. Yeah, so this is the quote I was talking about. I said, I don't even exist there on social media, to be honest. I wouldn't have time to do that. I will always communicate with the players directly. Maybe I'm a different kind of generation. My generation never grew up with this kind of things. Um, Yeah, so the idiot comment here. What I heard was there was some comments from there were some comments from some idiots on social media again after the game against Middlesbrough when Anthony Langa missed the penalty. But again, this is not only a problem of football; it's a social problem. Um, yeah, and it looks like that's it, guys. So yeah, it looks like that's it, guys. So guys, so yeah, quickly running through the press conference. So Oh, so what we know is Cavani is available, Lingard is going to be available, so they're both going to be part of the squad. It looks like Fred and Tellers are out completely out. Uh, looks like I didn't hear any reports today that Lindelof wouldn't be available, so I'm assuming Lindelof will be available. Um, Cavani should be on the bench, Lingard should be on the bench, and then pretty much the same, players we had, I guess, Middlesbrough. Um, so now I just wanted to talk about um the formation that I think and the way we should line up, that I believe that we should line up versus the way I think Ragnick will line up. So let's go with the formation I think and the players I think that should play tomorrow. All right, guys. So here you have a 4-2-3. Um, this is the way. This is what I will go with. I will go with pretty much the same team that played against Middlesbrough. But the only difference is I would, for whatever reason, Ragnick had Sancho on the left and Rashford on the right, and I think I prefer Sancho on the right, Rashford on the left. Um, Fred is out. I don't think he's gonna play Matic. I do so. I believe he's gonna stay with them. But I mean, I personally would play McTominay. Um, I will play. Give me 1 second. Lindelof and Varane. I think Lindelof has been best, pl- one of our best players this season and consistent players this season. Um, well, obviously Varane. I mean, Tellus cannot play, so I will definitely play Luke Shaw. I mean, there's no other left back. Diego Dalot, I play him. Um, I mean, it's sad. It's sad how far ahead Dalot has gotten over Aaron Wan-Bissaka. It's really sad. And De Gea to replace Henderson, and Ronaldo up top. Um, you know, let me. It's weird. I gotta give me a second. Let me change something. So, anyways, yeah, I wanted to change the number but whatever. Let's just keep it this way. And but I will do this, guys. So because as of recently, this is what we've been playing. Bruno right here, and it's been more like a two. So you had more like a McTominay playing a little bit deeper, but then like Pogba right here, but Bruno being a lot further forward. Hence, and the problem I have with this is, and I don't know. I mean, it's very annoying. Is that at times you get Bruno making this run, then you see Ronaldo making this run, and then Ronaldo will be come here deep, and then Bruno makes this run, and then it's like, so what I'm trying to say is like it seems like Ronaldo and Bruno always keep getting in the way. I would personally like to see Pogba play further forward, give Pogba, and then have Bruno play a deeper role. So play more like a number 8, like a Tony Cruz, where Bruno can like operate from like right here, boom, operates right here. When we don't have the balls, drops deeper, but pretty much operate here, picks up the ball, boom, Rashford picks up the ball, boom, Pogba, right here, then arrive into the box versus Pogba, where I feel like Pogba is more comfortable, and I feel like it'll be a better balance because Pogba will drop deep, allow Bruno to go. Pogba then will literally go here on the left, allowing Rashford to cut in. Pogba will also stay in this position and literally give the ball, allow Bruno to crawl in, have opportunity to go like this. Rashford will go here, there, and then you have Ronaldo running in into the box. So it becomes more like like this. And so like even if we lose the ball, Pogba can then boom stay right here. I just feel like it just seems like it's more fluid that way. Because the problem I have with Bruno sometimes is that he just plays too much too forward. So I would definitely switch these guys, Bruno and Pogba, have Bruno play more like a deeper eight and Pogba more as a free roaming player midfield. Where in that sense it seems more like a no seems more like this. Yeah. So it seems more like a midfield three. Sometimes I feel like with Bruno playing in a farther forward, it becomes a midfield two. And I feel like with Burnley, it's gonna be tough. I'd rather have Papa further forward. Um, and yeah, so that is just my general opinion. But would Ryan do that? No, he would probably play like this. Probably play something like that. And I feel like it's gonna be a problem. And I feel like Ryan would I think Ryan would go like this. I don't think Ryan would change anything about the team that played. Probably the only player that's coming in will be De Gea and Maguire. Yeah, I think that's what he's gonna go with. Um, yeah. So, so yeah, guys, I don't want to make it too long. That was my preview. I think that's the lineup that Ragnick was gonna go with. Um, yeah. So I think he's gonna definitely gonna play Sancho on the with Sancho on the left. He's gonna keep Rashford on the right. Even though I will switch those two, he'll probably play Bruno more forward. Give more Bruno more license to advance, and Pogba will probably have to anchor the midfield with McTominay, which I believe that role should be reversed. I know that he says we play like a two number eight, but sometimes I feel like Bruno is not disciplined enough to play as an eight, and sometimes they just get into Bruno and Ronaldo's been getting each other's way too many times. So uh, back four, this is probably back five. Actually, this definitely is going to be the what he's going to go for. There has been, I mean, if there was no Cavani or Lingard, I probably would have started Alanga and probably would have had Rashford coming out of the bench because we need something off the bench. And I mean, and Rashford hasn't been playing well, so probably people are probably thinking, let's bench Rashford, let's play Alanga, let's try him. I get their point as well, but for me, I will continue to play Rashford. But if I would have then agreed with them and said Rashford probably would have should have been benched. Um, so yeah, um, so that is my thoughts. Because just going back to the just to elaborate more on the comment I made earlier, just a little bit ago. Yeah, so Rashford, the problem we had in Middlesbrough is that you had Alanga coming on, and I feel like Alanga is probably a player, one of those player, a young player that I feel like he needs time to pretty much get up to speed with this game. Where Rashford can come on, he's the type of guy that he has pace, he can run in behind, so he does well when he can do well coming off the bench. But since we have Cavani and Lingard now, I would probably start Rashford. So yeah, guys, not too long of a video. We just reached the 30-minute mark, and So yeah, guys, like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna do a post-match reaction to the game as well. Probably it's gonna come out a little bit late, but I'm gonna do the best I possibly can, guys. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, comment down below any changes, anything you have, any different opinions you have. Maybe you probably play Cavani, maybe start with Lingard, maybe start with Alanga, maybe start with Aaron Bissaka, um, drop David De Gea, start with Dean Henderson. I mean, I've seen those opinions a lot. So yeah, just comment down below, guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.